share you the mission of the club. Here in the Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and a positive learning experience to all the members, in which members are empowered to improve their communication and leadership skills. Now let me call upon the stage the presiding officer of Speakers Community Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Kalpana. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master Kunal, for that wonderful introduction and opening the meeting with their bang. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, DTM Lancy, who is going to take us through the learnings, and all the fellow members that are present here today. I would actually like to begin this meeting expressing my thanks to the last committee of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club for taking Speakers Community Toastmasters Club to be the President Distinguished Club. A huge round of applause to the old committee for having done this, and I'm proud to take charge from such an efficient committee that Speakers Community Toastmasters Club had last session from Jan to June. They have laid a strong foundation, and I'm hoping to build a strong building. Let me tell you a small story as I begin my journey as a presiding officer. This is a story that was forwarded on WhatsApp to me, and it has really touched my heart. There was a lady who used to take a daily Delhi Bombay local from Thane to Dadar. She met an old or a middle-aged couple where the couple traveled together. The lady always making or knitting a sweater, and the old man sitting next to her diligently. It was so very impressive that such a deep, loving, caring relationship actually made her feel privileged to watch such a scene. This continued for almost 2 months, and she took delight in watching the middle-aged couple, till one day the man and the woman were no more seen on the platform. She wondered, she was anxious, because that was her stay good feeling of the day as she began her day. After a couple of weeks, she saw the old man again, wearing the sweater that the wife was knitting. She got the courage, walked up to the old man and asked, "Where is your wife? It was so lovely to see you both together." He smiled and said, "She was suffering from cancer. She is no more with me. She has passed away. But her sweater remains with me. She wanted to knit this for me as her warmth of love." Suddenly, the woman who used to watch these two together realized that the left arm of the sleeve of the sweater was not complete. It was incomplete. But the man was oblivious to the incompleteness because he felt complete within that sweater that he had worn. That is what it is. While we strive for completeness, it is the incompleteness of any situation that makes us complete. And today, to make Speakers Community complete, we have four new members. I would like to initiate these 4 new members to complete the incompleteness of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. Zoom Master Kunal, could you kindly share and highlight Toastmaster General Evaluator Raj Bharat? Kindly highlight Toastmaster Raj Bharat.
Yeah, Toastmaster Raj, could you please turn on your camera? Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you, everyone.
Could you share the certificate to Zoom Master? Welcoming Raj Bharat. A huge round of applause to Raj Bharat, who has joined our club and has actually taken a step towards the completion of a round, because we need in completion to complete us and complete people to complete us. Thank you so much, Raj Bharat, for joining us as a member of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Please click a photograph, Zoom Master Kunal, to memory as a commemoration. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raj. May I now ask you, Zoom Master Kunal, to highlight Toastmaster Imran. Have you taken the photograph, Kunal? Zoom Master Kunal. Zoom Master Kunal? Yeah. Could you now highlight Toastmaster Imran, who has also taken the role of a timer in today's meeting? Kindly change the certificate to Zoom Master Kunal. A warm welcome. Please applaud the new member of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Imran. Toastmaster Imran, it's a pleasure to have us on board along with us. Zoom Master Kunal, kindly take a photograph.
Yeah, 10, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Do we have Ridya Pratambram? Ridya, I think
Yes.
Yes, Ridya Pratambram. Zoom Master Kunal, kindly highlight the third member who has joined us. Hriday Pratambram.
Hriday, could you please turn on your camera for a quick photograph?
Just a second.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Toastmaster Kalpana, you may proceed.
Wonderful, Ridya. A huge round of applause to Ridya, who has become a part of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. A warm welcome, Ridya. It's wonderful to have you on our team. Zoom Master, kindly take a photograph.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. Thank you. Our last member today who we would like to facilitate is Toastmaster Rajeev Ranjan. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause. It's Toastmaster Rajeev.
I think it's not there, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Toastmaster Rajeev is not there. No issues. We will move forward. I would now like to pass on the Zoom platform to our next presiding officer of Andheri Orators Toastmasters Club. What do I tell in his benefit, or how do I go about what he is today? Let me tell you, he is practicing company secretary and a trademark agent by profession. He has been a visiting faculty in reputed colleges in Mumbai, and also a trainer at the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. A huge round of applause to such a wonderful person. I believe in constant development, he says, and challenging myself to come out of my comfortable zone. Don't we all? Presiding officer Sachin, we all do too. I have been a Toastmaster. He has been a Toastmaster since last 7 years and presently serving as President-elect from 1st July to December 22 of Andheri Orators Toastmasters Club. Kindly welcome him with a huge round of applause. The Zoom platform is yours, President Sachin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for such a warm welcome. How many of you believe that your situation determines your destiny or future? You can raise your hand. Three and a half months back, we were facing challenging situation in our club. We were struggling to conduct our meeting, and some of the members suggested us that we should shut down our club. It was a tough time for me as a president, but I decided that I'm not going to give up. I will continue. We will continue our meetings, and we had continued. We conducted our meeting since almost last 3 months, and after 2.5 months back, miracle happens. We achieve a milestone of President Distinguished Club, and all the members started to appreciate us. We got a lot of new members also, and some of the members who were suggesting me to shut down the club, they were also giving us a bow. This is the way entire situation changes. From this situation, I learned a valuable life lesson in my life. Situation does not determine your destiny or future, but your choices determines your destiny or future. So it's your choice whether to give up or to continue or to shape your future or destiny. That choice is always in your hands. On this note, I would like to welcome our today's Teamod of the day. Such a really very experienced personality. You can learn a lot from him. He was working with in the Middle East with the airlines, and he was working as a manager over there. He has been a Toastmaster more than almost 2 decades. He has already completed, or he has already done his distinguished Toastmaster. And right now, he is working as a trainer, individual also, and at the same time, corporate trainer also. Whenever you get an opportunity to interact with him, he is having such a vast experience. You will learn something or the other. Let's welcome with a big round of applause our today's vibrant Teamod of the day, DTM Lancy D'Souza. Over to you.
Sachin, much appreciated. And I'm trying to figure out, really, do I deserve all that stuff that you talked about me? But interestingly, yes, part of it is true. And when you said as a trainer, yeah, that's the reason why I'm on this planet. I've got to help out a lot of people and pass on the knowledge. Thanks very much. And I'm so glad that you started off on the theme. It was walk the talk. So you already talked and you made me walk. And I'm here on the spotlight. Great. Okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say good evening. And I expect a lot of people to reply back to me and say good evening. Good evening, people.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Well, I was just hoping that the sergeant at arms would have sought out, but then he must have realized, like, let the Toastmaster of the day walk the talk, and let him start out with that. So I'm glad that you reciprocated and resonated with this. Right. I'll tell you something interestingly. When did I ever learn walk the talk? It started off with a whole lot of lessons. My first lesson actually came in is about 25 years ago because I've been in the business in Toastmasters. And I was a member of overseas Toastmasters. We've got DT and Zahid Shah. We go back a long way. He's a good buddy of mine and he's there in the room. So he's smiling. Overseas Toastmasters was the mother of all Toastmasters club in Saudi Arabia. And at that point of time, there were just few clubs in there. And I was initiated as a member. Now, one of the roles that we had, and surprisingly, we've always talked ever since I relocated to India, is why do not they have this role? It's called the Joke Master. Seriously, Joke Master is a wonderful platform to walk the talk in the senses you learn the fine art of humor. And as we had Sir Ralph Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters, who said this 87 years ago, clearly, he said the best moments of learning are in times of enjoyment. Absolutely. And that's the reason why in the pathways you had the 11th one as an afterthought is a humorous one we had in there. Now, so we have had a role called the Joke Master. And so for an entire week, you get a chance to select a role, a joke other than, and as you know, other than sex, politics, and religion. And often we were wondering like, okay, so what else are we going to talk about out of this ambit? Now here I am. Our meeting is on a Sunday evening, right? And I'm all prepared for my joke. And I'm like, okay, I'm the smartest kid on town and I'm going to give a joke and I'm the joke master. I'm going to make everybody laugh. And I land up. And all right, so the Toastmaster today says, okay, put your hands together for Toastmaster Lancy. He's our joke master. And I came in there. Of course, everybody laughs. I mean, everybody smiles and they also clap, as you know, whoever comes up there. And I said my joke. Now, I prepared it for one entire week. Naturally, I expect laughs. But guess what? The joke fell flat on its face. The only person in the room that was laughing was me, sheepishly at my own joke. Now, all of you in the room know that if your joke has fallen flat on its face, you're going to be disappointed. I'm human, likewise. Like so, for a few minutes, yes, I was thinking, whatever happened? Why can't I make people laugh, etc. Yeah. And so I got back to my chair and sat down. But as I was walking back, that's where the miracle happened. People, fellow Toastmasters and members in that room started clapping. And I'm like, seriously? You're clapping for me? I had the lousiest joke performance on the planet, and you're clapping for me? And that's where I learned my first lesson, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where it helped me walk the talk. The club couldn't be bothered whether I was the airport manager or if I was a professional or if I was a CEO. My profession was the airport services manager for Emirates Airline. For them, it was a simple thing, is draw the strength of a speaker that comes in there in the prime time and underplay the weakness. My joke falling flat, they underplayed the weakness. They drew the strength of mine as a speaker in totality. And they clapped hands. On this planet, ladies and gentlemen, where on earth, you could beg, borrow, and steal, but where would you ever get a crowd that would actually clap and appreciate you for your humor, which fell flat, other than the booze and the rotten eggs came in? That was my first lesson. The club members had respect for me as an individual. And it so much resonated with what Toastmasters International is all about, respect. And today, if and when I do land up at a place and I see a fellow Toastmaster desperately trying to make sense of a humor speech and fails it in the first 3 minutes and knows that he's going downhill or she's going downhill with the entire project, I still root for that particular person for having the gumption and the strength and the courage to come in and speak, irrespective whether people laugh at his jokes or not. Why? Because somebody respected me 25 years ago. And it's me to walk the talk by respecting that particular person. Yes, that was my first lesson. And I've got a few more lessons that I will trade in you in the course of time. But in the meantime, I've got 3 people in the tag team who are all set to walk the talk. The first person that comes in here is Imran. Imran, I understand you're the timer. I'd like to see your face and I'd like you to say hello to me.
Hello.
Imran, okay, good. Okay, Imran, I wish I knew what I had to talk about it, but I'll just give you a minute, okay? So have you ever been able to walk fast? Do you walk a lot in life?
I can hear you. Your voice is low. Can you?
Okay, can you hear me now? All right, can everybody hear me now? Can you hear me now, Imran?
Yes, now it's clear.
Oh, now it's clear. Okay, fine. All right, great. Okay. So very quickly, I'm going to ask you, do you walk a lot?
Walk along. Yeah, sometimes I try to walk along in the morning.
Okay. And sometimes you like to walk along in the evening with your girlfriend.
No.
No. You must, because that's an opportunity for you to walk the talk whilst you're talking with her. All right. Okay, great. So here you are. You've got you're the timer. So please explain the role to the rest of the members and the mandate and the assembly that we have this lazy afternoon. Go ahead.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yes.
So today my role is timer. So as a timer, I'm responsible for keeping track of time throughout the session. So one of the skill we learn at Toastmaster is to conduct or deliver a program within strict time limit. So for today's club meeting, for prepared speech, speaker will time allotted for him 5 to 7 minutes. So Toastmaster Monica will help me to alert the speaker showing the green, red, and yellow card in her background. So for prepared speaker, at the end of 5 minutes, green display to be showed in her display, and at the end of 6 minutes, yellow display, and at the end of 7 minutes, the red display to be showed. So each speaker will have 30 seconds of grace period of time so that he or she can wrap up speech. For table topic segment, the specified time would be 1 to 2 minutes. So at the end of 1 minute, the green card will raise. At the end of 1.5 minutes, the yellow card will be raised, and at the end of 2 minutes, red card will be raised. So for evaluation, the specific time would be 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of 2 minutes, the green card will be raised, and at the end of 2.5 minutes, the yellow card will be displayed, and at the end of 3 minutes, the red card will be displayed. And I'll present my report during called upon during the meeting. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
All right, okay. So Toastmaster Imran, here's a slight suggestion for you. Is the next time you want to walk the talk with your particular role as a timer, I'd like to see that smile on you. You were like, whatever happened to me? It's not serious. Toastmasters is an absolutely enjoyable experience. And when you get back much later with your report, I'd love to see that smile on your face. Coming up next is we've got the R counter. Right, it's Toastmaster Nikhil Shah. Nikhil Shah, say hi to me.
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, fine. Yes. And I hear you're all into business, right? You're a chartered accountant, and after you did a few years practice, you decided to say, well, I think I need to make much more money. And so you decided to migrated to Mumbai from Gujarat. You started your own business in trading tiles and sanitary wares. Am I right?
Yes, very right, sir.
Oh, great. Okay, fine. I'd love to trade some of those styles with you. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get into that. Yeah. And you're a successful business person. You also have a whole lot of customers in here. I hear you're pretty helpful and you've got a great nature. Oh, yes. So someday we're going to sit down there, you and me together, and we shall have chai pe charcha. Is that okay?
Sure. I would love
Okay,
it.
you'd love it. All right. So you get a chance for the next few seconds to walk the talk and tell us about your role. Take it away. The spotlight's on you.
Well, good evening, Mr. Lancy D'Souza, the Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Well, I am the R counter for the day. As the R counter, I will note the words and sounds that are used as crutch or fillers by the speakers. During the meeting, I will listen to the crutch word such as and, well, but, so, like, and you know. I will also listen to the filler words such as or. I will also note when the speaker repeats such as I or this means, and long as well as short pauses. I will give my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Lancy.
Yes, Mr. R Counter, you did a terrific job. I love that voice modulation in your voice. All right, coming up next of the tag team is the Grammarian, someone that's going to lead the way and tell us how English is spoken and as well. We've got a young person, and I'm so glad that we're seeing a whole lot of young brigade that wants to conquer the world and step into the Toastmasters shoe and teach us how the 21st could we get into the 22nd century. A young person, Aman. Aman, say hi to me. There he is. Hello, Aman.
Hi, Toastmaster of the day. Hi.
Yes. Hello, Aman. Okay, I'm glad. I believe you're the newest member. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
If I was there, I would have given you a pat on your back and made you feel comfortable. Right. And I believe you're pursuing a 3 years hospitality course at the Anjuman Islam Institute of Hotel Management and Catering Technology.
Yeah.
Right. So when you start off with your dishes or whatever is out there, if you ever need a guinea pig or if you need someone to come in and taste it, Aman, please call me.
Yeah.
I'll be more, to land up in that room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I recall.
And I understand you want to join. Yeah, thank you so much. I believe you want to join Andheri Toastmasters because you want to improve your English and communication skills and also leadership skills. I strongly believe, Aman, you are on the right path. Half your battle is won having joined the Toastmasters. The second half is when you give your report at the end of this meeting. So we shall see you. Take it away. The spotlight's on you. Let's have that smile, the youthful one, and let us know more about the Grammarian role.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day.
Good afternoon.
Fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. As Grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language usage. I'll take a note of any incorrect usage of grammar as well as good usage of words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As Grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day is coherent, which means clear and easy to understand and logical. For example, he has failed to work out a coherent strategy for modernizing the service. I'll give my report when called upon by General Evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Much appreciated. You were pretty coherent as you talked about your entire role. So remember to notch up. I've already used the word of your day, and I'm going to be motivating the rest of the mandate this evening to follow suit. Great. Okay, fine. With the tag team that we've gotten there, I'm going to have our speakers coming up. But before that, my buddy's in the room, DTM Zahid Sheikh. Zahid, please, yes. I believe you're the listening one. You've been listening to me, so I'm going to give you a chance to talk. And whilst you do that, I will use my listening skills. Shoot, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening to all of you. As rightly said, we go back a long time ago at Oasis Toastmasters Club. And those were the days where we really had to do some hard work to come up this way. Well, I'm the listening master today. In Toastmasters, you normally learn communication and leadership skills. But along with it, you learn another soft skill, and that is the listening master. It is said that you can never become a good speaker unless you do not know how to listen properly. If you listen, you will learn better and you will overcome your fear faster. So here I am, your listening master. I'll be keeping track of what is happening right throughout the session. And at the end of the session, when called upon, I will ask 4 or 5 questions to the membership to see the listening skills are intact or whether it's developed. With that, I hand over the lectern to the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Zahid, you would agree, right? Besides the good times that we had, we really honed our listening skills over the last 20 odd years, correct?
Absolutely.
I mean, we were in a league of our own, correct? Yeah. And at that point of time, we had our camaraderie, our friendship, which was on a totally different level.
Absolutely.
And we were more into the listening skills where we really picked up the fine nuances of public speaking, which went to the entire 9 yards of the voice modulation, if it was humor, if it was participation, even the dramatics part of it. A lot of people today are shy away from being dramatics. But I think our old school of thought is something that is so predominantly, and that is why today you find from the time that we were in, we've got people who are actually top-notch and striking it rich at the senior semi-finals. I've got a Saudi person, am I right, Zahid?
Yeah.
Nazir Ghazak. He's been with me, and we were the first, I was the first DTM expatriate in Saudi Arabia 17 years ago, and he was the first DTM Saudi. So both of us. And today he's a Saudi and he's in the semi-finals at the international level.
Yes, very true.
I mean, it's a proud moment for us because he is actually fighting against all the younger crowd. But imagine, even at this age, the man is giving a run for everyone's money.
Absolutely.
Great. Yeah. So thanks very much, Zahid. Now we've got 2 people in the room who are absolutely desperately saying, "Mera number kab aayega?" And those are the 2 speakers. And the first one is, of course, the well-known. He's already been introduced. So for me, Sachin is someone that we've always shook hands with. We've worked together. And anytime he's called me up, I've said, "Okay, Sachin, for you, I'm going to lay the carpet red, blue, orange, and the whole colors of the rainbow." And when I've asked him to come in as a voting judge, as being a chief judge for a whole lot of hosts, he's always rallied support and he says, "Man, I'm going to be there. It's going to be a learning experience." So Sachin is tackling a project from the Pathways of Motivation Strategies. I presume it's a 5 to 7. If not, you can correct me. His evaluator is Toastmaster Kunal. Toastmaster, you can take it away. The spotlight's in you for the benefit of 23 people in the room. Go ahead and tell us what are the objectives of Sachin's speech, Toastmaster Sachin. Kunal, are you there as the evaluator?
Yes, Toastmaster distinguished. Lancy.
Okay. All right. So the spotlight's in you and you can read the objectives of the first speaker. Yeah.
Good afternoon to all my fellow members and thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah.
As our today's theme suggests, walk the talk. Some leaders only talk the talk, but aren't prepared to take any risk and walk the walk. But today, Toastmaster Sachin is here to give us the lessons from a visionary leader who is attempting his pathway from level 3, project 3. The purpose of these statements or this speech is the purpose of the project for the member to introduce or review basic presentation software strategies for creating and using slides to support or enhance it. I'm sure that he'll do very well and I wish him very luck. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, DTM Lancy.
All right, thanks, evaluator. I just need to confirm that for the benefit of the timer. Is that a 5 to 7 minutes or is it a longer one?
Yeah, it's 5 to 7 minutes.
It's 5 to 7 minutes. Splendid. Absolutely. Timer, kindly note that. The spotlight's on Sachin. I understand the title is Lessons from a Visionary Leader. Someday, Sachin, I'm going to be that, right? A visionary leader. Okay. Take it away, Sachin.
Yes. I have shared PPT file. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. If the rest of them could also. Yeah.
Okay. In the year 2019, I got the opportunity to visit place called as Anandwar, where I got the opportunity to learn about Baba Amte, and that experience totally transformed my life. I have learned valuable leadership lessons which I am going to share with you today. Baba Amte, born in Hindu Brahman family. His father was working with British government. He was from really very affluent family. He has completed his barrister education, and in those days, after coming back to India, he started his advocacy practice, and he was doing really very good in his practice. One fine day, after completing his work, he headed towards home from office. In between, he found one man lying on the surface. So by curiosity or to help him, he just approached him. And after looking at him, it was something like a big, horrible situation. He literally ran away from that place. After going ahead few miles, he stopped down and he felt really very bad. He felt that if a person is in need, as a human being, it's our duty to help them and not to run away from that situation. So he again came back and he took that man to the home. And that man was suffering from leprosy disease. So he cured him, he gave him medical help also. But in spite of that, after a couple of days, that man died. Baba Amte felt really very bad about that person. And in those days, he was introspecting himself, and he found out that his purpose of life is to help such type of people who are deprived, who are suffering from such kind of severe disease. Now, in those days, leprosy disease was really very severe. What do you mean by leprosy disease? In short, in a simple sense, in a leprosy disease, when any person is suffered from that disease, he loses brain sensation of, if for example, if a person is cooking something on a gas stove, and if he touch on a hot utensils, automatically he will keep his hand backwards. He will take his hand backwards. But in these circumstances, because you lose all the sensation of a pain sensation into the brain, you won't take a hand back and automatically your hand will get destroyed. So that is the problem people suffered when they are suffering from this disease. So at that point of time, he found out that his purpose of life is to help these people. And when he intimated his intention to his father literally denied, and he told him that if you want to do this kind of thing, then you have to leave my house and you won't get any right on my property. Baba Amte, along with his wife, he literally left his father's house. He gave all the rights, gave away all the rights of his father's property and started his work towards helping these people. And from this time, he has started one organization which is called as MSS, Maharogi Seva Samiti. And initially, he asked for a piece of land from the government. And you can see government gave them a piece of land which was totally unproductive. They mocked at him, but Baba Amte, along with his volunteers, they work really very hard and transform this place from their sweat and blood. And now today you can see this place is like this, Anandwar. the main purpose of this place is to make such type of people who are suffering from disease, to help them and at the same time make them independent, give them such type of opportunity that they can stand on their feet and make their livelihood. So that is the main purpose of this Anand 1. Now you can see that Anand 1 has received such kind of awards, Smart Village Award, and other villages are also imitating their model. From all these things, I have learned first lesson of my life: mission and vision. Great leaders are always having some mission and vision. And when you are having this in hand, then only you can do some act which will be larger than your life. Otherwise, you will be just trapped into the rat race. Next. Now, Baba Amte is having two sons, Dr. Prakash Amte and Dr. Vikas Amte. Now, there is another project which Baba Amte is having, that is called as Lok Biradari Prakalpa at Himalkasa. He handed over all the responsibility to his elder son, Dr. Prakash Amte. But now, if you look at this place, Himalkasa, it is a tribal area, and these people are called as Gond Madia. So these people are really very poor, and they are not having any opportunity of any kind of education. So at any point of time, any of their tribal person is affected by any disease, then they usually call such type of quack to heal them. So Dr. Prakash Amte and his wife, Dr. Prakash Amte and his wife, they helped them, and with this way they also provided them medical facilities. But thereafter, they found out that just by providing them medical facility or some food, it is not going to help them. So they started with schooling system over there. From this thing, I have learned second valuable lesson of my life. Great leader treat the core problem, not the symptoms, because illiteracy was their main problem, and because of that problem, they were living that kind of life. So if they impart education to their next generation, they can solve the entire problem. So that is the second lesson I have learned from them. Next, thereafter, Baba Amte has also came up with third project that is called as Somnath. Same again over here, Baba Amte asked a piece of land from the government, and same thing happened. Government again mocked them and gave them a totally unproductive land. Again, same thing happened. Baba Amte, along with his volunteer, worked really very hard. They transformed this place, and now you can see this situation. This is really a green revolution. They have done it. From this thing, I have learned third valuable lesson. Great leaders build a proven system. Why Baba Amte formed this Somnath? Because over here they have done agriculture, through which they are producing all the agricultural crop and agricultural produce. Because they want to feed, because Baba Amte had to feed the people who are living at Anand 1 and Himalkasa. If they just rely on the government donation, you know what is the situation. And you cannot just rely on some help, outside help. So if you create your own system, then only you can sustain the whole ecosystem. So with that way, they have created this thing. That is the third lesson I have learned from this thing. So these are the three lessons: mission and vision, treat the core problem, not the symptoms, and third, build proven system. With that way, my speech is over. Over to you, team out of the day.
Thank you. Much appreciated, Toastmaster Sachin, the first speaker. Fair enough. We've got the speaker number 2, and that's Toastmaster Kalpana. But before that, I stand corrected. I forgot to introduce a great buddy of mine. He's the general evaluator. Let us at least recognize his presence in here, and that's Toastmaster Raj. So, hello to you. Can I hear you say hello to me? Raj, are you in the room?
Yes, Lancy, I am here. Hello to you and hello to everyone.
Good. I'm so glad that I was able to connect with you on a Sunday. Right, yeah.
Same
Great.
here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's good to see you in the room, and we shall see you much later on. Right. So I'm going to call up the second speaker, and that's Toastmaster Kalpana. To do the honors of our evaluation, we've got Toastmaster Srinivas. Surprisingly, I mean, it's a good project. She's doing it from the strategic relationships. Srinivas, the spotlight's on you. Take it away. Please explain the objectives.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Today's my speaker, Toastmaster Kalpana, is giving her speech. It will be 5 to 7 minute speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Over to you, Toastmaster Lancy D'Souza. All the best, Kalpana.
All right, much appreciated. Toastmasters Kalpana has got a great title. It says, Go the Extra Mile, which means you walk the talk. The spotlight's on you. Wish you enough.
Thank you. Can I see the timer cards, please?
Yeah, can you see?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much. Your own stories in the end. My mother, who had a treasure box of stories to share, that too from Jatka tales, Panchtantra tales, folk tales, folklores, tales of wisdom, tales of courage, tales of motivation, Akbar and Bilber stories. All the stories were Indian Desi stories. From among those stories, I grew up with values and principles. She told me life is a story in the end. Make yours a thriller, a mystery, a biography, a folklore. Good evening, Toastmasters of Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. And here I am, presenting to you from the treasure chest of my mother, a story I still hold dear to my life. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 4 sons. The king was naturally worried. Who will be my successor? Till he thought of testing the mettle of all 4 of his sons to decide on a right successor. Go, he told all his 4 sons, bring me the most unique things on the earth. The one who brings the most unique thing is going to succeed me and will be crowned the king. All the 4 sons got together. They readied their horses and clippity-clop, 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 clippity-clop. They went out on that adventure to find the most unique thing. Hardly had they gone half a day of travel and they came across an orchard which had silver fruits and plants and flowers. Elders prince jumped on it, saying he was the first to spot it, and according to the hierarchy, he was going to take the most unique thing back to his father to be crowned a prince. The first prince left, the 3 princes moved on. The second prince came across an orchard again made of gold. The fruits were golden, the flowers were golden, the leaves were golden. He immediately picked up a sack of it, went back to his horse and said, clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop. Hey, there I go back to be crowned because this is the most unique thing I have found. 2 princes went on ahead and the 3rd prince came again across an orchard that had fruits, flowers, trees, not made with silver and gold, but silver and gold flowers and fruits embedded with rubies and diamonds and precious stones. Come on, he told to the younger brother, You will not find anything more if you go even any further. I'll share my booty with you, my dear young brother, while I am crowned the king. Younger brother looked at the elder brother and said, looking towards the horizon at the setting sun, no, dear brother, I have miles and miles to go. You go, I go still further. Last prince traveled while the third prince, clippity-clop, went back, laughing at his foolish young brother. This brother went forward, and after a few days' travels, he came across an eerie-looking palace. It was surrounded by creepers. There were plants blowing right within the courtyard of the palace. It was surrounded by thick bushes. But what was so strange about this? Not a single leaf moved or rustled. No flowers bloomed, no butterflies flew over it. The eerie silence made goosebumps rise on the youngest prince's arms, and he removed the sword and stealthily moved forward. As he cut the trees, so said the bush, "Ouch, you're hurting me." A talking bush? And that's when he came to know the story. There is a witch, said the talking bush, that has converted our kingdom by a curse, a wizened old witch. If someone brave enough to chop off the head of that particular witch, we will come back to life. Stealthily, the prince moved and chopped off the head of the witch. It rolled to the ground and the whole palace came alive. The king hugged the little prince and said, "You have saved us. You have saved our kingdom." There were parties and merrymaking for days to come. And then the prince said he has to return back to his kingdom for the coronation of one of his brothers. When this king came to know about it, he said, "I'll send you with a battalion, and I myself will accompany you." As soon as the fourth prince returned with a treasure of friendship, with a treasure of courage, with a treasure of adventure, with a treasure of saving life, the prince's father, the king, knew very clearly who the king was going to be. Because there is nothing more unique in this world than going that extra mile. Because at that end of the pot, you will find courage, friendship, relationships. You will find humaneness, kindness. He knew, this is my son. He will always strengthen the kingdom by making friends, go the extra miles, and achieve beyond what actually seems unique are the unique relationships. That lesson has helped me throughout my life as I have looked for unique relationships. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Much appreciated, Toastmaster Kalpana. A timer, Imran, can we have the timer's report, please? I can't hear you.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Time taken by prepared speaker, Toastmaster Sachin, 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
And time taken by prepared speaker, Toastmaster Kalpana, 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, so both of them are qualified. Does the club generally have a poll at this point of time? Because technically speaking, it should be anyway. Okay, so you're going to have a poll. All right, fine. Before I call up Monica, who's the table topic master, I must tell you the second lesson I learned. I'm just going to take like 3 minutes. Fine. So when I was into the Toastmasters for a while, this was like about 6 months, and I was still a rookie, a newcomer. Matthew Skurian, one of our veteran Toastmasters, he was like almost 6 or 7 years senior to me in the organization. He spoke to me one evening after the meeting, just 6 months whilst I was in the club, and he said, Lancy, I want you to evaluate my speech. I said, which speech? He said, I'm doing a technical presentation of 13 minutes. I said, Matthews, you must be crazy. You must be daft. Seriously, I'm just a rookie, a newcomer. You've got a whole ton of members in there, much more qualified than me. And they could do that. And I don't know a thing about your technical presentation, for heaven's sake. And all that Matthews couldn't say, he said, Lancy, I believe in you. When was the last time, ladies and gentlemen, that someone said, I believe in you? And when was the last time you said to someone, I believe in you? You know, those 3 magic words, I believe in you, was a huge effect on me. To meet his expectations, I took an entire week. And I said, Matthew, send me your project. I looked over the project. And in between, during my non-office hours, I worked on it. Sunday came in. At Oasis Toastmasters, I did my 3 minutes evaluation. Yes, I did one there. Fine. I'm glad I did that in there because that was my turning point. But after the meeting, a whole lot of the veteran Toastmasters came in and said, Lancy, how did you do it? And I said, sorry, do what? I mean, it's a 30-minute presentation. It's a technical one. It's a tough one. And you did that 3.5 with a whole lot of flair. And all I said, ladies and gentlemen, to my friends in the club, is because Matthews believed in me. Somebody believes in you. That's a lesson to take. Because when does that, there's a whole lot of magic. Because on the planet, someone actually believes in you and you get a whole lot of hope in your life. And for me, walk the talk today is when I hear a lot of speakers in the room, and as much as they falter, I believe in them. And anytime I get an opportunity, and when someone comes and says, what do you think about me? I say, I believe in you. It works wonders. Try it out. Then next time you meet someone and you generously say, I believe in you, that's where the integrity comes in. Because Matthew Skurian, despite all the odds of all the veterans and the senior Toastmasters, picked me up as a rookie, believed in me. The integrity of the man, ladies and gentlemen, that's the integrity. That was my second lesson in Toastmasters. And today, with a whole lot of integrity, and I believe in people. Oh, yes. And this evening, I believe in a whole lot of people in this room. I'm going to call Toastmaster Monica. Monica, I'd like to see you.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Monica. All right, fine. Let me tell you, I talked about 2 lessons. What are the lessons that you learned, that I learned?
Yeah, you told us the 2 lessons about the dignity and...
Yeah, the integrity and the respect.
Yeah, and second one is the give the respect.
And give the respect. Great, okay, thanks so much. Yeah, that's great, okay, thank you so much. And I'm sure you're going to respect with a whole lot of integrity as you call in all the Toastmasters in your session as table topics, right? Okay. How many topics do you have? Because I need to make certain that the meeting is on time. That's our purpose. So how many topics do you have?
Yeah, I have 7, but...
You have got 7. All right, no problem. I will tell you whether you can continue or not, but you can go it away, make it as fast as possible. And I think you know best how you can get away. Spotlights on you, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow, good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. I'm Monica. I am a Toastmaster, the table topic master for a day, and I joined the Toastmaster club in January, and I'm the current staff for elected for my club. As you know, when we walk through our life, there are so many things we meet, and when we are walking on our road, you meet so many things around you that makes you curious and leaves you thinking about that. So today are some of the topics relevant to that related to you in your life and makes you walk to the top. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Thank you. The table topic session is the impromptu session, and it is an interesting session where the speaker and the guest can take the participant and gives the opportunity to speak for the 1 to 2 minutes. The participant must have to speak minimum for the 1 minute for the qualification, and the participant can speak for the 1 to 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, there will be the 30-second grace period. Please take a note. Now, this is the for today's table topic session. It is the pictorial session. So for participant must have to choose the number between 1 to 7. So I can see the volunteers are there. So I ask. Okay, the Manish Gupta, the guest.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you can see my screen.
Yes, please.
Yes, you are also audible and visible.
Yes, please.
So, please choose the number between 1 to 7.
3.
3. Thank you, guest Manish. Here you go. Guest Manish, beautiful house and you. Beautiful house and you. Guest Manish.
Good afternoon, everybody. Beautiful house and me. The beautiful house which I can see, it is immensely beautiful. But to build that house, I need a lot of money. For that, I have to work very hard. It is the dream of everybody that every person should have a mind-blowing interior in their house. Their house should be like that. It should be massive. And in that house, there should be a lawn. There should be a balcony. So in the city like where I live, in winter, they can sit outside and enjoy sun rays while having their breakfast. And in the afternoon, they can bask in the sun. And in this house, there is a small terrace which I can see. But on top, the house is made like that it is made in some hill station. So there is no terrace on top. Maybe there in that place, because of that snow, so they have planned like that. So I also almost live like city like this. And I want a beautiful house where I have. So I should have a parking space, because nowadays we are facing a massive problem of parking. So in that house where if I have a parking space where I can park my vehicle inside, it can protect my vehicle. If the vehicles are parked outside, and that can sometime somebody can put a scratch and it hurt to person core because it's a hard-earned money. So I want a house. It is not that I want a house. Everybody wants to have a beautiful house like this. And everybody wants in beautiful house like this, they can enjoy. They should have a room. If the extra room is guests come, they should not be deprived of any of their relative to go to any hotel. It's better they should stay over there. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster, please. I can't see that green, red, that timing.
Yes, because
So
I have shared. Yes, thank you, guest Manish. It's because I have shared screen. That's why you couldn't see.
Yeah, fair enough, table topic master, but I think we should have standby for a whole lot of people. We've got guests in there. So is there any way that the timer can have that noted down in the chat? All right, you can prompt the person. All right, go ahead, take away the clock ticking, Monica. Can we have quicker?
Yes.
Okay, go to the next topic, quick.
Yeah. So I can see the Toastmaster Nikhil. Yes. Toastmaster Nikhil, please choose the number between 1 to 7 as the number 3 gone.
1 number.
Yes. Thank you. Here is your topic. The Toastmaster Nikhil, morning walk with your pet. Morning walk with your pet. Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thanks, table topic master, my fellow members and the guest. That's a morning walk with your pet is my dream. Well, we all know the importance of the morning walk. See, as we keep, we give 88 to 10 hours for earning, we should give at least 1 hour to our body for the exercise, and the morning walk plays a great role in our exercise. See, as we get up early at around 6 or between 6 to 7 and go for a walk with our pet, that is the best feeling one has. See, in addition to the exercise, of benefits, well, when we have pet with us, pet teaches you lots of things. First of all, it gives you positivity. He's always full of joy. He always behaves in a way that we feel that this is the best thing that has happened to us. So we should learn 2 to 3 things. First is loyalty, always thinking of others and making him comfortable and joyous. So that is what I would like to have a morning walk with my pet. And first and foremost important, the oxygen you breathe in the morning, that is the best for your health. Over to table topic master.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. Yes, it is really positive and joyful with the morning walk with our pet. So the next, I can see the guest, Pawan.
Hello, Monica.
Hi, Pawan. Yeah. Please choose the number between 1 to 7, where the 1 and the 3 has gone.
Yeah, I will go with 5.
5. Thank you. Here is your topic. The guest Pawan, traffic, the guest Pawan.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. So, first of all, myself, Pawan, and I would like to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity. Coming to the table topic, traffic. So it is one of the biggest issues that across world humankind is facing. So due to the revolutionized technology updations and urbanization and lifestyle change, everybody needs vehicles. So when development goes on, the vehicles movement is also going up, and this is happening for unnecessary things. So hence sometimes due to the more traffic crowd, it's tend to have the traffic jams. Hence, there is a lot of issue for the normal people. So what I feel is we should use alternative to the personal transportation wherever the possible, like cycling or using the any kind of public transportation. And due to this traffic jam, it's not only wasting the people time, at the same time it is causing a lot of the pollution. So in general movement, we can see a lot of pollution, but when the traffic jam goes on, so people tend to wait and their engines on, and it is going to impact the environment. And so to avoid the traffic jam, so basically if you look at many developed countries, we can see there is a very good discipline system where they respect the traffic rules and regulations, and they try to obey even they have the possibility to do so. But in India also, it's very fortunate to see some cities where like Bangalore or Delhi, where people used to follow this kind of guidelines. So I believe these kind of regulations should be imbibed to the people at the starting of their education. So by keeping the importance of the traffic issues and avoiding them, following the regulations by keeping them in the syllabus. So it will be helpful, and we can develop our change management across the system, across the nation. And like thank you very much. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Guest Pawan. Yes, for the little distance, we must have to use the bicycles, so that we can avoid the traffic jams and the pollutions.
Thank you.
So next, I can see the Toastmaster Lokesh.
Hi, table topic master.
Hi, Toastmaster Lokesh. Please choose the number as 1, 3, and 5 has gone.
I would like to choose 2. Number 2.
Okay. Here is your topic. The Toastmaster Lokesh, an accident on your way. An accident on your way, Toastmaster Lokesh.
An accident on your way. So when I recollect, I am not able to, I have not experienced any accident by seeing, but I had gone through some narrow escape. It was 2 years back when I was in Chennai, which is my hometown. I was coming from my office to my home, and while coming on, I was not able to change the gear for some reason, and I collided with one vehicle. And since I wore a helmet, I did not sustain grievous injuries. So wearing a helmet is something which is mandatory in my state, and helmet is very essential because you may experience serious grievous injuries if you don't wear helmet. And many people have reported that people die when you have a big head injury. So wearing helmet is something which you all should take cognizance of, and you should wear it. In a city like Mumbai, where traffic is so enormous, I would suggest a small instant, a wrong decision in an instant can cost you your life. And if you travel by bike or any two-wheeler, you should not take a chance at all. And wearing a helmet can even save your life. And in Mumbai, I have roamed around and seen the city a lot, but I have never experienced any accident in this city. But I have only experienced how traffic is in compared to other metro cities. I had been in Chennai, Kolkata, and Mumbai. But in Mumbai, the traffic, the congestion is a step more. So from my life experience, what I would like to say and conclude is that wear helmet and travel if you are traveling by bike. Over to you, table topic master.
table topic master, one small request. Please also give chance to guests.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, presiding officer. Yes. Any guess? Can we could I have volunteer as a guest?
Monica, you can look to the participants and pick out, because you really need to speed time. I have to put this meeting on time.
Yeah.
That's the primary aim of a meeting. And yeah.
Yeah, I think Monica, we have Dr. Swati as a guest. I'm spotlighting her.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
Dr. Swati, please choose the number. The 6 and the 7.
Go with 7 then.
7. Here is your topic. The guest, Dr. Swati, the shopping mall, the guest, Dr. Swati.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Dr. Swati here and this is like my first visit to the session. So shopping mall is a great getaway on a busy day. After working hours in the evening, even if you are left with just couple of hours for timing for yourself, you can go shop around, do window shopping, take your kids outside, go to the food court, and you can also plan some good gaming zones on a Sunday or over a weekend, where it could be a full day activity along with your family and your kids. And nowadays, most of the good brands are there in any of the shopping malls. So you can also do, you can pick up your stuff for your online shopping and go and pick it up offline. So like there are a lot of activities which, you can spend your day while having fun with your friends and family. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guest, Dr. Swati.
Monica, how many have you finished right now? How many speakers?
Yeah, almost all done. Now I shall stop the sharing. No. Timer.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, timer, I request to share the time report for the table topic session.
Sure. Time taken by table topic speaker Manish Gupta, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And Nikhil took 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yes, Pavan took 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Lokesh took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And yes, Dr. Swati took 56 seconds. So she's not qualified, but she's not reached the minimum time.
Yeah, I can see that except the Dr. Swati, all are qualified the voting. The voting now or later?
All right, much appreciated, Monica, the table topic master. And kindly note that the only person that's qualified to make a decision over this qualified or disqualified is the general evaluator. The person is the auditor. The timer does not, timer does not state that. All right, leave it to the general evaluator. All right, okay. Yeah. So we're getting on to it. We are almost on schedule, and I'm glad. All right, people, please close off, or you can mute yourself. This is a professional meeting, and we would expect some sort of decorum. Good. We've got the last bit in here, and that's a pretty interesting one because that's the crux of the entire Toastmasters fraternity, the feedback. And we've got the general evaluator, a good friend of mine. I did recognize him much in between, and that's Toastmaster Raj Bharat. Raj, are you there? Please take it away. The spotlight's in you.
Thank you so much, Lancy. Am I audible, visible?
Absolutely audible and visible. So I shall listen to you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Greetings, everyone. Good evening once again. I am your general evaluator for today's meeting. And after listening so many beautiful table topics as speeches, now this is the time to start the final segment of a Toastmaster meeting. which we say general evaluation segment. Why this is important? Because we do analyze and we do everything to give feedback to all the speakers and role players. And we do speech evaluation also in this segment so that they can improve better. We can know what they did very good and what can be then do better. So let's begin for the general evaluation. But before starting, I would like to say that all the observation points which we share is their personal opinion and they do not speak on behalf of a club or on behalf of Toastmaster International. Okay, so for starting the prepared speech evaluation, before that, I would like to invite Timer Imran to share timing guideline for a speech evaluation. Timer Imran.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So time for evaluation, the specific time would be 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of 2 minutes, green display will be raised, and at the end of 2.5 minutes, yellow display, and at the end of 3 minutes, red display will be shown. So each speaker will have 30 seconds of grace period of time to wrap up his or her speech.
Great, thank you so much, Imran. So let's begin the evaluation round, and I would like to invite the first evaluator. First evaluator is Toastmaster Kunal, who would be evaluating the speech given by Toastmaster Sachin about vision of a leader. So Toastmaster Kunal, stage is all yours. Kindly proceed.
Thank you, Journal Evaluator Raj Bharat. Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Leadership. Leadership is the capacity to translate a vision into reality. Toastmaster Sachin. What an insightful topic. Today you gave us so many things to ponder upon. You started with a pinch of your personal experience, which actually brought a life to the speech from the very beginning itself. Next, you were very coherent in sharing the leadership lessons from the leadership of Baba Amte. Because we also in the Toastmasters always look for good leadership actions. So a good job done on that part. Besides that, amazing presentation. The way you were changing your presentation while you were speaking was very apt and very accurate. So again, a good job done on that. And last but not the least, you were poised throughout the speech and it did not feel that you were rushing towards the end of the speech. You completed your speech well on time, very effortlessly and very seamlessly. Now, I do have a few recommendations to you to follow from your next speech. The first being, as the audience in a virtual setup, we want to see the speaker eyes. So today we were not able to see your face clearly. So I would suggest you to sit in a much brighter room from the next time. Predominantly, your eyes should be seen properly to the audience. The second being the body language. Because you were giving the speech by sitting, we were not able to see your hand gestures completely. Although you are also changing the presentations, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, but from the next time, please make sure that your entire body is visible to the audience. Now, to sum up my evaluations, I would like to mention that the speed, the tone, and the volume were very much in sync, and you did an amazing job with the content. Second being, you binded the entire speech with a common theme, and all in all, it gave us a major food for thought today. And I wish you luck for your future speech. Back to you, Journal Evaluator Raj Bharat.
Great, awesome, beautiful evaluation, Kunal. Thank you so much for your beautiful, lovely evaluation. Great. So let's move ahead and let me invite the second evaluator who will be evaluating the speech given by Toastmaster Kalpana, and let me invite Toastmaster Srinivas, the second evaluator for today. Toastmaster Srinivas.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. You are audible and you are visible too. Yes. Are you
Thank
ready?
you so much, Raj. Yes, I'm ready.
Great. Kindly go ahead.
Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Kalpana, not only herself connected to the story, what she said, but also was successful in connecting everyone to the story. The way she narrated the story with the voice modulation wherever it is required, so apt. And the gestures, the body language she used in narrating, it shows she has a lot of interest in the topic she has chosen. When she was narrating the part of the story, the younger princess is surrounded by the bushes. That time, she also described about the flora and fauna. I'm sure that every one of the audience would have visualized the scenery, the situation, the story, and would have felt goosebumps. And she motivated me to take extra mile always whenever such situation arises. The way she told about the conclusion, so many benefits and saving lives of everyone is the ultimate winner for the humankind. That is the people who loves this kind of act. That is what the story finally ended. She has achieved the story objective and purpose. She is successful in presenting the story itself. My recommendation to her is to practice the stories of different genres. Different genres will help you to make you perfect in narrating, even thriller type, all this. I am sure you will definitely humor also. Humor is one such stories which every speaker has to learn, practice, and improve upon. These genres, different genres will definitely help the speaker to face any challenge in any fora. That's all. Otherwise, it is a perfectly made, prepared, very well presented speech. Kudos to you, Kalpana. The topic chosen is coherent. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rajeev.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srinivas, for this effective evaluation. I agree with the points which you conveyed about the speaker, Kalpana. Great. Thank you so much. Now, as both evaluation has been completed, so I would like to invite Timer Imran to share timer report for a speech evaluation.
Sure. For speech evaluation, Toastmaster Kunal took time 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Srinivas took 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Thank you, Imran. So only Toastmaster Kunal would be eligible to get voted, as he's only one now. Okay, so let me move ahead and let me invite our counter, Toastmaster Nikhil, for sharing the counter report with us. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thanks, Evaluator Mr. Raj, for giving me opportunity to present my report. Imran used 5 crutch words, 6 filler words, and there was a 2 short pause. Well, Nikhil, myself, used 2 crutch words, 3 filler words, repetitive words, and there was a short pause for once and two long pauses. Well, Monica used 5 crutch words, 3 repetitive words, 2 short pauses, and 3 filler words. Well, Lancy D'Souza used 1 filler word and Mr. Pawan Vasa used 3 clutch words, 3 filler words, and there was a 1 short close. And Mr. Lokesh used 2 clutch words. That's the end of my report.
Great, beautiful report. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for this and lovely report about our counter. Now let me invite Grammarian Toastmaster Aman Sahai to present Grammarian report. Toastmaster Aman, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Now I'll be displaying the report of Grammarian. During meeting, the phrase used, so many things you meet in life. So that not sound so good. You can say so many things you face in life. Meet will sound good when you will use for future tense, like so many things you will meet in life. So this sounds good. And the word of the day used by Raj Bharat, general evaluator, is you are very coherent for sharing this story. Is very good. And rest of all had done very good job, and everybody was coherent. That's it from my side. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Aman, for sharing your report as Grammarian. Okay, so this time is for me to share some, my feedback or my report regarding all the role players. So first of all, I would like to apologize as I joined around 2 minutes late because my laptop got crashed as I was about to join and I had to join via phone now. So Surgited Arms, Kunal, you did very beautiful job as I could listen your when you was presenting the mission statement of Toastmasters Club. So I really would like to commend and appreciate for stating the mission statement very effectively, very politely. Thank you so much, Kunal. Coming to presiding officer, Toastmaster Kalpana and Toastmaster Sachin, both of them highlighted the club achievement. I'm really very happy to know that as both club achieved the president distinguished status for the year which we just completed. And Toastmaster Kalpana introduced all those new joiner to the club. Great done as presiding officer Toastmaster Kalpana. And Toastmaster Sachin also shared an inspiring stories as the club Andheri orator was facing challenge and how he overcome the challenge and club achieved the goal, and we are live still today. That's great to know. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing this inspiration. Coming to timer Imran, I would like to say it is very beautifully done, Toastmaster Imran, as you presented timer report. You shared the timing guideline very effectively. You can do in the future as be more prepared as timer. You have to share your background screen and keep participating, as I felt there were somewhere lack of fluency while you were speaking. So keep participating. You will develop a lot as your fluency. Okay, awesome. Coming to our counter Nikhil. Okay, I'm missing one thing, but okay, but let me complete this. Coming to our counter Nikhil, he did a very good job as our counter. He presented report very effectively. I really appreciate any improvement area from my side for our counter Nikhil. Toastmaster Aman as Grammarian, you did very great job as you shared word of the day and you presented report very effectively. One point I would like to recommend you to work in the future as Grammarian, that divide your report into 4 subparts. Present like what was good uses, what was incorrect uses, word of the day and phrase of the day report, and incorrect pronunciations if you observe any. But all in all, you did excellent job, Toastmaster Aman. And table topic master Monica, really I appreciate as you did very good as table topic master. Topics were really very nice, and you read the standard purpose of table topic segment. One thing I would like to highlight for you or advise to work as keep participating. You have to work on your fluency. It will improve a lot in the coming future, Toastmaster Monica. Keep participating always. And Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lancy. Again, he just ran the show very fluently, very excellently, very engaging, very enjoyable. I love throughout to listen to him. Thank you so much, Lancy, for all this engagement today. And as I am missing language master, Toastmaster Jahid, to call, so I will pass the control to Toastmaster Jahid for the language master role. Over to you, Toastmaster Jahid.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It's not the language evaluator, it's the listening master. So,
okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So guys, let's see how we have listened throughout the day. Please put on your video, on your audio. Let the audio be on, please. Now I will ask a person one question. If he can answer it, it is okay. Or anybody else can take it up. Are we ready?
Yeah, yes.
Please, I can see the audio. Yes, please make sure that the audio is on so that you can answer immediately. You don't waste time. The first question, let's see. Let's take to Bhavna. Bhavna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, good, Bhavna. Bhavna, Sachin said in his speech that Baba Amte had 2 sons. What were their names? What were their names?
One was Dr. Vikas, I think. Both were doctor for sure. I forgot the name. Dr. Vikas, I guess.
Okay, one is right. Come on, anybody else for the second one?
Dr. A something. There is one more alphabet A. Amrit?
Anybody? No.
Prakash.
Okay, Swati, can you take it up?
Yeah, Dr. Prakash.
Prakash, yes, correct. Congratulations. Let's go to the second one. Is Arun Joy there?
Yes, sir.
Arun Joy. Lancy, whilst he was introducing Nikhil, the R counter, he said after the session, because of his business, he said, let's sit after the session and
Something
discuss.
about tiles.
Yeah, no, and do what?
I mean,
let's sit and do what? He used a very famous popular quote. Very famous it is.
okay. I can't.
No problem.
It
No
was
problem.
something about tiles.
Yes, it is. Yes, you're right in that way. Anybody else
Can I
wants to
prompt
take
him?
it up?
Coffee,
Can I take it?
Yes, take it. Take it.
Chai pe charcha?
Yeah.
Very good. Chai pe charcha. That's a fantastic thing. Okay. Who wants to take up the third one? I think it is Vinamra. Vinamra, are you there?
Yes.
Vinamra se पूछता हूँ कि Lancy and I come back from Saudi Arabia, and he mentioned our mother club's name. Can you name our mother club?
No.
Mother club is
I'll
the
give them a
first
clue.
club we joined.
I'll give them a clue.
Yes.
It's got to do with dates. DATES. Dates in the desert.
Yes,
Materialist.
you're very close. No problem, Vinamra. Anybody else would like to take it up?
Yeah, I can take it, I guess.
Yes, Lokesh, tell me.
Oasis Toastmasters Club.
Yes, very nice. Yeah,
Yes.
congratulations. Fourth question. Who wants to take it up? Preet. Is Preet there? Preet. She's not there. Okay, Kunal. Kunal, can you take it up?
Yeah, sure, sir. Tell me.
Kunal. Who was the first? Sorry. Yeah. Kalpana in a speech at the end said at the end of the rainbow or at the end of the tunnel that she mentioned 3 things. What are they? I can start with 1, courage. Rest of the 2?
Sorry, I'm not able to recall. I would like to pass the buck to somebody else.
Friendship.
Yes, one was friendship.
Relationship, third.
Zahid, are you in? Because there's a still picture of yours on the screen.
I think he is up.
Is he having a
Freezed.
problem?
Yeah.
He's freezed out there?
Yes, freezed.
Okay. So I don't want to waste time out there. If he does come in with the other questions out there. Zahid, if you can hear me. All right, fine. Very quickly, because we need to close this out. We've also got a 10 minutes installation ceremony. All right, for the incoming. Right. Okay. So I'm going to take back the helm of it. Yes. And very quickly, for about 3 minutes, I'm going to explain as I finish off my role as the Toastmaster of the day. I did have a third lesson. I did, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it is. In a club, as you know, we all have contests, right? And at contest time, a lot of people have the courage to get into a contest and win, or go along to the winning process. Fine. So after about 8 months in the club, we had the international speech contest, and I won the first place. So thinking I was the smartest kid on the block with a lot of expectations, I decided, of course, to go to the next level, which is the area level. But the club 4 members said, hey, hang on a minute. Don't think you're the smartest kid, because we've got a lot of competition in here. So 4 members stepped in to help me out. Mathis Kurian, a veteran, on professionalism. Krishna Kumar on humor. Satish Kini on voice modulation. And it was Said Yunus, the 4th person on humor. So for the next couple of weeks before we had the area contest, these 4 people jammed up with me. And in Saudi Arabia, we went to different locations in certain houses, and also in the compounds, and we practiced out there. Because of them, yes, I was able to hit pay dirt at the next level, at the area level. It was great, fine. So now I'm here, preening myself like a proud peacock and saying like, oh man, you're unstoppable, and that's it. So it's the next level, which is the division level. Yes, I went on stage, participated, but that's where my journey stopped, because I came out 3rd. Now, humanly possible. Yes, I was a bit upset at first and said like, how could it be? No, the judges were, blame it on the judges, everybody else except me, whatever is out there. But half an hour later, I realized that winning is not important. Wanting to win is. The crux of the matter at that point of time, ladies and gentlemen, is that 4 people, 4 members, Mathis Kurian, Krishna Kumar, Said Yunus, and Satish Kini, worked on me. And they taught me my 3rd lesson. It was called excellence. I learned winning is not important, but wanting to win is. And in wanting to win is the process, I picked up the fine nuances of how to be excellent, which is a fine dividing line between being good or better or the best. 4 people stood by me. 4 people with integrity, 4 people respected me, and 4 people made certain that I picked up the right lesson as I went along. Today, as I tell people, it's not about being good. You want to get into a category and a league of your own, a mile far, that someone smells and says, man, this speaker has got the potential and this person is the spark. And that is wholly attributed to this one simple word called excellence. A 3rd lesson in Toastmaster journey. With that, I'd like to thank all the assignees that stood by me and worked their way in many ways. They did their whole 9 years of walk the talk. And for that, singularly and collectively, I'm grateful for the president having called me up and take the role of the Toastmaster today. And to tell you if I really enjoyed it, I mean, enjoyed is a trite word. It's been bitten and been done to death. Enjoyed. No, for me, it was an absolute enlightening, encouraging, and an entertaining one. The whole 3 ingredients that makes up a meeting that is so progressively proactive, there was a meaningful dialogue struck to all. Congratulations to everyone, and so much thank you. over to you, to the presiding officer, before we start off the installation ceremony.
Okay. So now we can invite guests to give their feedback. So Dr. Swati, Vinamra. So how is your overall experience of attending this meeting? Yes, Vinamra.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot, and being a public speaker myself, I just wanted to enhance my skills, and I think this is the right platform. I've been hoping to join Toastmasters since a long time, but due to some other professional commitments, I couldn't join. So I think today the Andheri Toastmasters was the right choice for me, and yeah, it was overall a good experience. Hoping to learn more from this club.
Definitely, our vice president membership will get in touch with you about the membership and.
Okay. Yeah.
Other guests, can you give? Yes. Presiding officer, Toastmaster Kalpana. Yes, you can invite the another one.
Hello, Dr. Swati, right?
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say that, this was my first experience, and public speaking has been something which I've been, wanting to get into it for a very long time. And I've been on a visitor list for Toastmasters for, I think, for the last 3 years, but somehow just couldn't join in earlier. So I'm very happy I spoke to Mayank today, and then he convinced me that it's a beautiful platform. Please come in. So
Yes.
I'm glad that I could finally join in, though it will take me a bit of time to, get into the flow of it. But it's a new beginning for sure, and I'm happy that I'm a part of it today. Thank you.
We are really glad. It would be great if you could start your Toastmasters journey.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll be glad to have you here with us.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, Mayank, over to you. We have one more guest, if I'm right. It is Manish.
Yes, guest Ananda Krishnan.
Yeah.
Yes, guest Ananda Krishnan. How was your experience? Or else we can go. Yes, I think he has switched on his
Can you hear me?
camera. Yeah. Yes. How is your experience of attending our meeting, Toastmasters meet?
Yeah. It was a really great experience. I mean, public speaking was always a nightmare for me. So my friend in Chennai recommended me about Toastmaster, and he asked me to look it up. So I found out this Andheri club, and I am so glad that I joined today. And I'm looking forward to participate more and to enhance my speaking.
Yes, definitely. This is the right platform for you. It will definitely help you to develop your communication, public speaking, leadership skill, and it will take you to the next level in your career. Our vice president membership will definitely get in touch with you today. Okay, over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you,
Kalpana, for another guest.
Thank you. I see guest Pawan Basa. Pawan, I think you have already attended one of our meetings, if I'm right. What did you think of this meeting too?
Yeah, exactly. So in previous meeting, it's all about like introduction, but I think in this meeting, I have seen practically and experienced all your speeches and how you conveyed through body language.
Yes.
Also the feedback sessions.
Yes.
It's really a different experience altogether.
Yes.
I feel it's a right platform to be continued and enhanced.
Yes, Toastmaster actually can boast of good and constructive feedback actually that helps us to evolve as not only just as a better speaker but also as a better leader. So this platform actually offers you a lot of multifaceted roles and growth as a personality on a whole. Thank you, Pawan, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kalpana.
Over to you, Presiding Officer Sachin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. I think all of the guests we have given an
We have
opportunity
one more
to.
guest, Sachin, if I'm right. Guest Manish. Guest Manish, I think you need to interact with him.
Manish, yes.
Yes.
Guest Manish, yes. How is your experience of our today's meeting? Guest Manish. I think he's not there.
Looks like it.
He left the meeting.
He's very much there, but probably his audio and video seems switched off.
Yeah, he's there. Manish
He's
Gupta.
there? Okay.
He's there, Manish Gupta.
Before we go on to installation ceremony, I see one of my member, Rajeev Ranjan, who is a new member here. Would like to facilitate him, and then let us begin the installation ceremony since he is here.
Okay.
Rajeev, could you kindly switch on your video? Toastmaster Rajeev.
Yes, hello.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeev, for joining us. I think you joined in the meeting a bit late. We have initially installed and welcomed all the Toastmasters as speakers coming to Toastmasters Club. But very quickly, Zoom Master Kunal, can you highlight him and present him with the certificate?
Yes, I'll do that.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kunal. Rajeev, I want you to keep your video on because we will be taking a photograph of you along with the certificate. Toastmaster Rajeev, thank you. Toastmaster Rajeev, can you just face the light? You are in the dark. Thank you so much. A huge round of applause. We extend a warm welcome to you, Toastmaster Rajeev, to Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. Zoom Master Kunal, kindly take a quick photograph.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. Take one more photograph of everyone. Everybody, please, your cameras on, and then we can move on to the installation ceremony. Everybody have your cameras on, and here we go. Close to Toastmasters.
It's done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We now hand over the stage for the installation ceremony.
Yeah. Just I want to give opportunity to Toastmaster Mayank. He wants to make some announcement. So over to you, Toastmaster Mayank. Only for 1 minute.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Kalpana and Presiding Officer Sachin. I just wanted to add a thank you note and a special recognition for all the guests that are taking the initiative to come up and participate in this meeting and take this first step towards personal development. So kudos to all the guests, and especially to guests Swati, Vinamra, and Munish for taking the initiative to participate in the table topic section. So kudos to you guys. Keep participating wherever you are, be it Toastmasters or elsewhere, and do not think of the consequences. Participate and see where it takes you. Over to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. Now I would like to give control back to the control to DTM Lancy for XCOM installation. Over to you, DTM Lancy.
All right, much appreciated, Sachin. Good afternoon to everyone in the room. Okay, this is a historic moment, and this is really interesting because a lot of people in the room would understand the fine nuances of how a parliamentary session works out when we start installing. If any day, any time you get to a chance to go across to the Raj Bhavan in this, you can start off your learning lesson from here. Okay, first and foremost, the Zoom master, kindly note that you would have to spotlight people because since this is a virtual meeting, we can't have people standing up in the rooms, right? Okay. So the outgoing, I'd like to call specifically the outgoing committee, that is the 7-1, President Sachin Toraskar. And as I call out the names, the Zoom master can spotlight them. Can we have that very quickly done in a professional way? All right, great. Okay, so my fellow Toastmasters and guests, today's meeting of the Andheri Orators Toastmasters Club is just not a special meeting, but a momentous one, which I explained. The current leaders are moving on to make way for a new set of leaders. It's now time for a change of guard in this club, and it is my honor to install the new set of club members for the current term. All right, so as I call out the outgoing officers, the spotlight is first on the president, Sachin. Next one is vice president, education. That is Dijant Mittal. I understand that a few of them are not in the room. I went through the participants list. The next one is vice president, VPM, which is Mank Agarwal. Okay, can we have the spotlight on the outgoing officer? Next is VPPR Fariha Sheikh. Sachin, do we have all of them in the room, or?
No, right now, in terms of previous XCOM, I am there, Toastmaster Mayank there, and Toastmaster Bhavna there. Only 3 people are there.
Okay, so the treasurer comes in next, which is Bhavna Shah. Okay, so I understand the secretary Abhinav Mishra and Sergeant at Arms Suhash Mandana aren't there. Okay, fine. We'll do that within the context of those who are available here. Okay, fine. Great. So on behalf of Toastmasters International and District 98, I thank all of you for your accomplishments. You are discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as officers of the club, which is Andheri Toastmasters, Orators Toastmasters Club. Sachin, do you remember what's the number of your club? If you can prompt me. If you can't, not a problem. New officers? All right, okay. So you are now discharged and you can be... People, put your hands together. This is called appreciation. Please appreciate the outgoing officers and make them feel wanted. All right, okay, I'm going to start off. Come on. That's right, yes. Thank you. All right, okay, fine. Zoom Master, you'll have to now get on to SCED, and I'm going to here to install the officers of the Andheri Orators Toastmasters Club, and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to listen with sensitivity, think creatively, and speak in an effective manner. Kindly note, as I briefly describe the responsibilities of each officer, I will ask the officer to please hold your hand high, because we do not have a gavel, which we traditionally do historically in a physical meeting. And I'm going to start off first with the Sergeant at Arms. Okay. Okay, Sergeant at Arms.
Toastmaster Aman.
All right, Toastmaster Aman, can we have the spotlight on him? All right, the duties of the Sergeant at Arms is to make sure that all supplies and materials are properly distributed or displayed at meetings. Greet guests if that's in a physical one, but you could also do it on a virtual one with your creativity, and members, and call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. All right, so I'm going to give you this gavel as a symbol, which is in there, and you've got your hand. Please raise your hand, Aman.
Yeah.
Yeah, please raise your hand, because I can't give you a gavel, but I'm going to pass on to my respects. Yeah. Okay. All right, Sergeant at Arms Aman, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? You need to answer back to the election officer,
yes.
I will.
Yeah,
no,
I
it
will.
says I will, because that's a concrete one. All right, okay, and it is a status quo. Okay, so please pass the gavel. So you can please hold your hand. And if you've got anything, just put your hand like this way to the next person. The next officer is the treasurer of. All right. You can indicate, Aman, that you're passing on to the next person. Okay? All right. You don't have to wait so stationary. The next person is the treasurer. The duties of the treasurer, and this is, we've got the incoming one is Clever L. De Costa. De Costa, are you there, Clever? Can you spotlight on him?
Nikhil Shah.
Treasurer is Vice President. Treasurer is Nikhil Shah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I gave his name as Vice President. The treasurer is Nikhil Shah. Nikhil Shah, can you please? Yeah, okay. So we're going back in there. All right. Thank you. The duties of the treasurer are to collect dues from the members, send the dues and the membership renewal reports to Toastmasters International, and pay the club's expenses. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? You need to answer, I will. Okay, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
I will.
All right, thank you. Please pass on the gavel to the next person, which is the secretary, and that is Srinivas Parawala. Am I right? Can you have the spotlight on Srinivas? All right, thank you. The duties of the secretary are to keep an accurate record of all the members, submit the officer list to Toastmasters International after the election, and keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, and minutes. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Please pass the gavel, indicate that to the Vice President, Public Relations. And that is Toastmaster Bhavna Shah. Bhavna, may I see you? Bhavna Shah? Okay. All right, Bhavna. Yeah, Bhavna Shah. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Fine. The duties of the Vice President Public Relations are to promote the club to the local media, spread the word about membership programs, and attend Toastmasters events. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Please pass the gavel to the Vice President Membership.
Okay. Present today, Maina Bhattacharya.
Okay, Manak Bhattacharya. Okay, fine. Would you have a buddy for this particular person?
Right now.
Okay, can someone stand in just for temperamentally as a proxy?
Lokesh, can you stand?
All right, Lokesh, I'd like to call you on. Okay.
As a proxy only.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can also be the buddy if you would like to, because it's a great role. The Vice President Membership. Your duties are to conduct the ongoing membership building programs, explain the educational program to prospective members, and ask them to join and follow up on new members and absent members. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? All right, Lokesh, you can say, I will. Is Lokesh there? No. Okay, fine. Let's pass the gavel on to the next person. The next officer is Vice President Education, and that is, I've got it right, Clever De Costa. All right, can we have the spotlight on him? Clever, can I see you? Are you in the room? No? Okay, the person was there. Anyway, okay, I'm going to read this out. VP Education, the duties of the Vice President Education are to plan successful meetings to help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmasters program as soon as they join, and monitor members' progress. Fine. Okay, so I will take it that Vice President Education, Claver de Costa, will perform to the best of his ability. The gavel is next passed on to the President. Can we have the spotlight on the President incoming? That is Sachin Toraskar. Okay. Okay. President Toastmaster Sachin Toraskar, having been elected the President of Club, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of the Executive Committee. It's your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It's also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept this gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to the office. Okay, now let me read this very quickly. In the next 2 minutes, we'll finish it off. The gavel is a symbol of the power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team and a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team. Members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform the duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
All right, members of the Andheri Orators Toastmasters Club. All right, please switch on your cameras. The growth and development of the Toastmasters program depends largely on the actions of this ExCom group. On your honor as men and women of Toastmasters, will you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year? Every member, I'd like you to resonate and say, I will.
Yes, I will.
Can you hear a louder one? I will.
Yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Okay, that sounds with a lot of courage and grit. I'm glad.
Yes,
The new president, okay, great. Okay, fine. So with this, I'd like to conclude and wish the incoming ExCom the very best. Wish you enough and may you excel as you endeavor to meet greater expectations. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, all those in the room, for the new ExCom.